I finally have the 250 stuffed in there. It was a lot more of an ordeal than I thought because I didn't measure anything. I just assumed that since it was a straight 6, it would fit right in there. But the Power Glide transmission is a little bit wider than the stock, so I had to do a little bit of modification to make clearance for the bolt heads on this side, and then on the other side the starter was interfering with everything, so I had to kind of notch that out a little bit. It shouldn't hurt anything. There's plenty of room on the outside for the tracks, and it's a nice smooth rounded bump, so if the track does ever hit it, it'll just kind of ride over it, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. Have the motor mounts done in the front, so that's good. Then I started working on the cross member for the transmission. Ran out of time today, unfortunately, but at least I know that it's in there, so I can start laying out the rest of the parts of how this thing's gonna work. The fuel tank, let's see, on this side is gonna be the hydraulic reservoir is gonna sit here, and then on this side, the fuel tank is gonna sit on this running board. This is gonna hopefully have a back seat in it, so the new cab is gonna start however much room I need. The new cab is gonna be about 2/3 back from the machine, so it'll be a back seat, or a cargo compartment or whatever. And then my feet basically will be right up against here, so the cab will come up more like a modern SW48 than this older style, but it'll be it'll look more like a van kind of deal than the original SW did. The reason that I mounted the motor this way is because I'm doing a complete one-off thing here, so the chances are I'm gonna put this engine in, take this engine out multiple times over the course of the next couple of months, so I want to be able to just take it out and put it in without having to mess around down in here trying to get bolts that are inaccessible. The hydraulic pump was a crankshaft mounted pump on the original flathead. That isn't going to work because I want as much room up front for the important stuff. So it's going to be a belt driven pump. I'll just have to get a harmonic balancer pulley, and then we'll just mount it over here somewhere. The alternator will be on this side. The radiator will be basically like it originally was, over top horizontally, but it'll have 2 electric fans on it, so that should give it plenty of air. I'm gonna do away with this guy, get a remote modern style oil filter. I'll have to build some kind of resonant chamber for the exhaust to get it to do what I want, which is come this way and then go up. This machine will have a stack on it right behind the cab. And that's about it for progress today.